taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Now Penix to the air right away.
And his first pass is incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and it's second down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Penix to the air once more.
And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
He stiff arms him, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll get the hook up there to Woods.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
They'll throw with Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw on second down, Gabriel. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
The Steelers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Looking to throw on second down. Gabriel. His throw incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 35.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. And looking to throw, Penix.
Battle at the line and intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. Can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction. That's often the end result.
Yellow, 43.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Wilson with a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set, yellow, 22. Here we go. Check 59. Ready, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
That's good, hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gainwell again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Gainwell will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Penix.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Penix going to look to throw on 1st down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's brought down.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Penix working out of the gun here.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Falcons.
Kyle Pitts,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Football, keep driving, keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here we go.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Gainwell.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
62 blaster. Ready.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
They will run for it with Gainwell.
And this time he is in.
Kenneth Gainwell
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play.
3rd and short yardage. Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Looking to throw, Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney.
72 yards.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Not wasted time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Boswell's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being in Tennessee, where it'll be the Titans at home in Nashville, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. A give. This is Wilson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
A play fake. Now Penix. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll go play action here with Penix. That one deep for London, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Penix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Running right, this is Gainwell.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. It said they gained a first down, and they've been running it well all game long.
On the ground, it's Wilson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
17.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Now it's Wilson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gabriel working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Boston, the man in motion left.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 15, check 15.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Wilson, touchdown, Pittsburgh. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The offense on 3rd down tonight, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Gabriel.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Penix. A short throw pulled in by Woods. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to hit it and make something big happen for them.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, it's Penix. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Penix. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Penix, the throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Mooney. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Penix. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Penix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.